Well, hello, my little beauties. It's David Connolly here. Nice to see you. Welcome. I thought I would do a little Corona special for you here and talk about what's happening and give you a little bit of my own perspective on this. I'm obviously not a doctor, but I figured that it was worth perhaps just offering something and hopefully it can be helpful. Now, what I really want to focus on for this video, I suppose, is my own personal survival strategy for Corona. And by the way, I am a candidate for challenges with this because I've. It's funny when you go to my very, very first YouTube video. I think I'm in bed at the time, and I suffered from whooping cough for a while. I remember at school I had a problem as well, breathing in. And over the last couple of days, that's not fake. That has happened. So these things are a little bit of a concern, but I do not believe that you have to be ill. You do not have to be ill. I do not have to be ill. And I tell you one thing for sure. I'm not planning on going down with any coronavirus or anything like that here. So let me give you my own personal strategy for dealing with this. First of all, I am self-isolating. I have not been near another human being for 2 or 3 days. I'm the only person here, actually, apart from Coco, who's outside somewhere. Coco the cat, that is. But I have removed myself from everyone else, partly because I don't want to catch anything, but partly because I am feeling a wee bit rough, and it would be not good if I pass something on to somebody. So I think it's a good idea to do likewise. Now, you may not be self-isolating as extreme as me, but nevertheless, I think that all of the standard advice that you're probably sick hearing, avoiding crowds and so on, is good advice. I would definitely avoid public transport. I would definitely avoid the subway, and I would not dream of going to a concert or a pub or a club or anything like that. That would be the main thing. The other thing, which people who follow my little live streams will know about, is that I'm really, really heavily into distilled water, and that is going to be at the center of my own survival plan for Corona. So I'll show you my water distillation machine, actually. Nope. Let me quickly see if I can do this. So if you look down here, you'll see, can you see it right here? Can you see this? So this is my, I hope you can hear me. This is my water distiller, and I have this running all the time, and it's really, really great because it serves a few different purposes. The first thing is it helps me to heat the office here. So I no longer use central heating or any other conventional heating methods. I felt for a long time that the idea of having a boiler in some room and transporting water through different pipes and whatnot, it just doesn't seem economical, and it doesn't make much sense. The water distillation thing, is fantastic. I can have this place feeling like a beach house any time of the year. And not only that, but I'm saving on heating, but I'm also getting the purest water known to humanity. Ladies and gentlemen, most people have no clue what it feels like to taste pure water. I happen to be in a country, Scotland here, that is known for having exceptionally clear water. But let me tell you something. When you have distilled water, that's water that's been boiled, evaporated, collected, and carbon filtered, may I add, you've no idea. I mean, this is just... it's astonishing, I mean, even your teeth, look, it affects everything. You put distilled water You get 2 cups, right? Let's say with coffee from the night before. You put ordinary water in 1 cup, swish it about, nothing much happens. You put distilled water in the second cup with maybe a coffee stain, you swish it around, and it is gleaming, you know? I know that my shirt's a bit saturated and this light's strange, but this in my opinion is the most significant thing you can do for health. Since getting into distilled water, there have been people all over the place here, especially in the winter, catching flus and everything. And I've had family members and all sorts who've been out for rather a long time. Now, I'm not saying I haven't caught anything, but since drinking distilled water, nothing has lasted for more than 3 days with me. I've done some research, and there's a substance called papaya powder. That's PAPAYA powder, and you can purchase organic papaya powder from good health food stores and also online as well. And there's a whole bunch of completely non-scientific information out there to suggest that it really, really helps to boost the immune system. And in particular, it helps to boost the immune system against flus and things of that nature. I have that actually coming in right now, and it's due to arrive hopefully on Saturday. And again, according to the completely non-scientific tests, it has a 100% success rate in terms of preventing or curing flus within actually 48 hours. Now, again, it's totally unscientific. It might be a load of rubbish, but I'm just giving you... I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you what I'm doing, okay? There are a couple of other things that I'm going to be doing. One of the things that I'm going to be doing is reducing the amount of hours that I'm working. Now, that's unfortunate, but I think that with any disease, the best way that you can avoid becoming a victim of that disease is to behave as if you already have it. So I'm going to be dramatically... I mean, I normally write code 20 hours a day. Now what I'm going to be doing moving forward, I have not coded today, and I apologise. Just haven't been feeling too great. But now what I'm going to be doing is setting modest targets. For example, tomorrow it might be compile the new desktop app and send it out to people. That'll be that, you know. Next day, maybe do a little bit of work on the second desktop app or something. But it's going to be humble and achievable. And I'm probably going to stop working at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, for me, that's a revolution. I never stop at that fact. That's when I'm just getting warmed up. But I think that it's really important to rest a lot and to get hydrated and to try and eat some good food. Just build up your immune system, you know. And finally, the other thing that I'm going to be doing a lot of over these next probably 2 or 3 weeks, as we wait and see how this all pans out, and hopefully it'll be okay. But one of the other things that I'm going to be doing a lot of is just watching documentaries, you know. And I enjoy watching documentaries. YouTube has some cracking documentaries, and I'm going to be doing that as well. And I was thinking we could even like have a, you know, I have to tell you, I have the greatest internet connection known to humanity. I pay a fortune for this. And I was even thinking it'd be nice to like stream some films or something, and we could even watch them together, you know. And perhaps we could do that and just have a little bit of downtime, you know, and a chance to do something else for a change. Finally, what I will also say before I end this is pardon me. What I'll also say is, when you look through the pages of history and you check out people like JP Morgan, I'm not talking about the company, I'm talking about the person, Jean-Pierre Pont Morgan. People like that, you know, these were real people at one time. And what you find is that many of them appeared and achieved their incredible wealth and power shortly after adversity, particularly after the First World War, as was the case with somebody like JP Morgan, for example. And so, whatever may come, I think that there's going to be a lot of opportunity, and I would encourage you to look for the opportunity. Now, I take the viewpoint that this, there's nothing good about this, and I'll take it seriously. But this is an opportunity for you to build and learn and retool. And these are the 3 areas that I would recommend focusing on. I've never said this in the history of being on YouTube, but nobody's buying a website out there. It ain't gonna happen. This marketplace is done, and I've never said that in my life. You may have heard me say things, I could go out tonight and score a gig for $4,000. Well, I'm not. I cannot see anybody investing in any sort of IT system or anything in this economic climate. It ain't gonna happen. So with that being the case, I would say that this is a time to be, like I say, learning, retooling and building, so that when all of this does come to a conclusion, as it surely will, there's no chance that this will end the human race, but when this is all over, you want to be ready. So this is the time to really, really treat this as a chance to actually take a break from the marketplace and focus on you. That's my recommendation. So I hope you've enjoyed this. It's really just been my own little, I don't know, whatever, perspective. And if this is Corona, then it's a walk in the park. But we'll see. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Stay healthy, and don't forget to stay in close contact with those who are in your inner circle, whether that be family or whatever. I'll catch you later.